Bernie, I have some emails, but I've also been told there's a Burning Bernie. Would you like to do the Burning Bernie right here?
Let's do the Burning Bernie right here. That's a great idea.
Great. What luck.
I was lining up my feelings about Burning Bernie, and they just coalesced right here. Perfectly.
In my notes, it says kill time waiting for Bernie. Is that? Okay, yeah.
That's good. That's good.
All right, go ahead.
Our question today comes from Philip and Teresa West, and they write in and they say, hey guys, love the KAF podcast. Been a listener from the beginning. Well, thanks guys. Appreciate that. Philip is a truck driver from Minnesota, and Rob, he's kind of mad. He has waved hello driving through Ames, but noticed you were eating dinner and could not look out the window at him while he was driving by waving at you. So I hope he will feel better soon. But I'll tell you, Philip, your anger has paid off. Your waiting has paid off. Rob is homeless right now. So if you were to drive through again, you probably could wave at him and he would see you living under the bridge. And you could just coalesce that way. That would be fine. Here's this question. Being a truck guy, I have a favorite semis that he loves. And no, let me start that over. Being a truck guy, I have favorite semis and love a hot rod rig. I just started reading like Tuesday, so forgive me. My first truck crush was Snowman.
Where are we right now? He would like a hot rod rig. Got it. Super.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
His first truck crush was Snowman, 73 or 74 Kenworth, of course, from Smokey and the Bandit. He's lucky enough to drive a black Kenworth every day for my job, so look for that black Kenworth as he passes by while you're living under the bridge so he can wave at you. His dream, and probably the Mrs. Dream as well, is a dream of restoring and customizing a 70s cab over Peterbilt with a 300-inch wheelbase someday.
Cool.
Now, Bernie's injection here, 300-inch, that's 25 feet to you and me. And I'd say prove that for yourself, but my search engine only shows me 25 feet. People feet.
People feet?
Gross. Very gross. His question, if you guys traveled on 18 wheels instead of just 4, what would be your vehicle of choice and why?
Oh. And was all that stuff about the bridge, that was yours or that was his?
That was Bernie brilliant commentary. Something to fill the time. Something to fill the time.
Got it. Well, I can go first. I don't know my semi-truck super well. I did recently come across a YouTube video of I think it was a Kenworth that had been sitting since, I'm going to say the late 80s, early 90s, maybe 20, 25 years. And the owner had the providence to put down blue tarp over the ground because it was just parked out in a grass field, and then he put the semi over that, and it did sink down there, but some guys went and rescued it, and because it had basically a vapor barrier underneath, it was safe. I think that was a Kenworth. It sure looked like the Snowman truck to me, but I don't know my semis at all, so I don't have a super good answer for you there. I think there was a semi truck show here last summer that was pretty cool, but whatever Optimus Prime was, I'd probably do that. That one. And I mean the 80s Optimus Prime, not the recent movies. Yeah.
I rode in my friend Adam Danino. He drives the Snowman rig for the Snowman Run event, and he was passing through Jackson one day and gave me a call, and he was at the truck stop refueling, and it was him and a couple other guys with Trans Ams, and it wasn't like anything organized or whatever. It was just, hey, I'm passing. He was transporting the truck from one state to the other, and so we kind of turned it into a little get-together car show. And so I met him at the truck stop, and we were going about 30 miles up the road, and I hopped in and rode in the Snowman rig. So that was pretty cool. And so yeah, we went up there and did that and hung out for a little bit, and he went on his way and I went back home. But so I like the Snowman rig, but also my friend from Australia that I've talked about before, he actually owns the BJ and the Bear truck, the cab over Kenworth.
Oh.
And so I've got a piece of it. I'm trying to see if I see it. I've got a piece of it over there, like a little door that goes on the outside of it. But anyways, it's one of the few surviving trucks. and right now it is currently middle of the restoration. So he'll put it back on the road and put it to use.
I'm going to pull something up here real quick, I hope, from one of our faithful listeners and Patreon show sponsors. Dan, he had been... dang, I can't find it. He was featured recently on a semi-truck show, and I saw the link real quick. It had like 90,000 views, but it was super cool. And he's a truck driver. It's interesting to me because I'll get emails from him when he's nearby. And Bernie, what was the name of our listener question there?
Philip West.
Philip West. So, Philip, I do wave to you when you drive by. You just can't see me.
No, he doesn't.
I wave every time, but it's that's such an interesting gypsy life because for a normal human, when you're driving by somewhere that's 2,000 miles from your house, it's kind of a rare occasion. For guys like that, it's Tuesday, so it's,
yeah.
And with that, Boondocker, you are the lead-in for Harry's Razor. I'm guessing Boondocker is the kind of man who likes a close, comfortable shave. I, too, enjoy a close, comfortable shave. Someday, my head will need to be shaved, but I won't be using a Harry's Razor for that because, you know what? I'm too busy enjoying how it works on my face. Actually, I think that's where you're supposed to use it, is your face. So, Bernie, edit out the hair part because I'm pretty sure in a pre-phone call they said never, ever say use it on your head. This is not a joke. We really have to remove it. So, what? So, go ahead. Cut that part out.
Head above the eyebrows because it's all head. Even below the eyebrows, it's head.
Yeah. Let's here's what I love about Harry's, and I am on the Harry subscription plan. The razors are the best, and by all means, once you've had a close, comfortable shave, you're never going to go back. What you want to get though is the shave gel foam. That stuff is like magic. It's like cloud juice on your face, and they have this other stuff that's this cream that you put on afterwards, and then there's a shave balm. Really like that one. That one pleases me very much. But Harry's sponsors this show, and what you need to know, dear listeners, is if you buy their stuff, they'll keep sponsoring this show, and you can keep having close, comfortable shave. You ever notice Bo and Luke didn't have beards? Just a point of order.
Not till Christmas comes to Willow Creek.
Right, and that didn't do well.
Yeah.
That did not go well for them. Bernie, what do you think? Why are you a Harry's man?
Well, I like to be analytical about things. I like to be descriptive about things. And though that's why I like Harry's, because Harry's founders were like us. They're in our camp. Harry's founders, did you guys know this? They founded Harry's because they were tired of paying for razors that were overpriced and over-designed. Over-designed. How do you over-design a razor? It's easy. Everybody's been doing it. They come up with gimmicks to do it. They have vibrating heads. They have flex balls, handles that look like spaceships. They're over-designed as a beetle bug with a 440 blown Hemi. That is over-designed. And they've fixed that, though. That's the good news. They fixed it by combining a simple, clean design with quality, durable blades. You guessed it. Say it with me. At a fair price.
Bernie, wait a minute. How expensive are these cartridges?
They're cheap. They're $2.
Are you kidding me? Like the same price the kid on the bike charged for the newspaper subscription? That cheap?
My mom and dad first paid a small fledgling boy $2 to mow their lawn. That's the comparison. You can get your lawn mowed, or you can have a Harry's razor. The value's the same. It's amazing.
It's like well, they're both cutting things.
Yes, they are. That was the analogy. Congratulations.
Glad we got there.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if we're done with that and the pleasantries, let's move on. And now, the soon-to-be legendary, the whipped shaving cream on top of the once beautiful subject of the cherry under investigation. It is the Corndog call to action.
This is a thing now. Permanent from here on out. The Corndog call to action.
This is it.
Voiceover people will be calling shortly after this. Lay it on us, man. Sell some razors. Go for it.
Get a $13 value trial set that comes with everything you need for a close, comfortable shave.
Mm-hmm.
Weighted ergonomic handle.
Yes.
5-blade razor with a lubricating strip and trimmer blade.
Excellent.
Rich lathering shave gel.
Feel it now.
Travel blade cover.
For traveling.
For traveling. Listeners of our show can redeem their trial set at harrys.com/KAFS.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure that you go to harrys.com/KAFS to redeem your offer and let them know that we sent you to help support the show.
You heard it here first, listeners. Bernie, you're a radioman. What would he get for that in the normal world? About $1,000 a read, maybe?
$2,000.
Oh my God, I was here for this.
Harrys.com/KAFS. No joke. Go buy those razors. Get yourself a clean clothes shave.
Please.
You will
One of
not
those
regret
too.
it.
How was that?
It was the best you've ever done. Best ever.
Is that good or bad?
On the Dukes, while Mickey Gilley makes music,
Been the object of my affection.
Boss Hogg tries to make a profit.
There's your tape. Good news, good news.
It is time for the Dukes of Hazzard review. This is The Sound of Music, Hazzard Style, Season 4, Episode 15, written by Martin Roth, directed by Hollingsworth Morse, who I always think says Hollingsworth Horse. Original air date, January 8th, 1982. And I have gone to the IMDb glossary to give me a summary of this episode that I saw a month and a half ago before we had all of those interviews. So here's what it said.
I'm sorry.
The Hazzard Hills are alive with the sound of Mickey Gilley's music. Mickey Gilley being a famous country music artist. Mm-hmm. So Boss Hogg's pirate recording studio is alive as well. And Boss, with his latest associates, plan to record Gilley's Hazzard concert and sell the resulting albums on the black market. The FBI is already on the scheme, though, so the crooks steal the General Lee. Damn it. Right? While hiding out at the Duke farm, the crooks name Bo and Luke as the head of the pirating scheme. However, Gilley knows the truth and works with the Duke boys to put a halt to Boss's recording dreams because he wants to bed Daisy. Wait, that's not it. Scratch all the last part about the Gilley knows the truth. He wants to help them. The end. Did you guys see this episode?
I did.
Yeah.
I was actually just watching it again just before you called, just to kind of refresh.
I got the gist. Here are the notes that I took a month and a half ago when I saw this.
Blow the dust off.
I have 3 notes in here myself. So there's at least one funny line in here, and I did pull a clip for that I wanted to share in here. The bad guys. They're repeat bad guys.
Yeah.
L.Q. Jones and Burton Gilliam. And L.Q. Jones plays Morton. He's the guy with the mustache. And he was also in Witness for the Persecution. I think that was a season 2 episode. And Burton Gilliam, he was in Double Sting. And was he the guy that got out of the General Lee's trunk, maybe, or pushed?
No, he was. You had the. He was the guy that came into town and
he had the measles.
Got the quarantine,
plague,
for the plague, and actually he had like poison ivy on his sleeve or whatever.
Oh, okay. And he was the guy that was faking and Uncle.
And this is also he's riding in the back of the General Lee, and they're trying to get him to confess and all this, and that's the first time you see the big, huge Styx River jump over the river, and he's riding in the back of the car. So that was on Double Sting.
He's a part of a bit of Dukes of Hazzard fame and greatness.
Yeah.
He was also in Back to the Future 3. He had a small part in there. and also in Blazing Saddles. And Blazing Saddles is a clip I did pull. So this is Burton Gilliam in Blazing Saddles here. I think I got it. Yeah. Sounds right. He talks here shortly. That's it. I believe that was... It'll be just a second. Short.
How about some more beans, Mr. Taggart? I'd say you've had enough.
Yeah, he's in there. Somewhere. I think he's the second one.
I'd say you had enough.
Yes. Yes, he is in there. So very famous actor.
What's funny about him also is when I go up to my in-laws, they live up close to Memphis. I see him on car commercials all the time, and he's dressed as his role from Blazing Saddles, and he's selling cars.
Still cashing in.
Yeah, so I think he's around Bernie's neck of the woods. And Bernie, do y'all have Landers dealerships there? I think Landers is like a big, they have multi dealerships all over the South or whatever. But anyways, I think that's the dealership that he's usually doing. But it's he's still doing it. That's
still
funny.
doing it. Still cashing in, hitting those Comic-Cons.